You know, I often wonder with people in power just how dense they are. You know, the sort of thing I've told you before, when you work with politicians and parliamentarians and stuff, they come into the studio and they sort of let their guard down, seemingly because they feel that, well, you know, who's he? You know, they're not bothered. You're tapping away maybe in a computer or coming out of a studio yourself. They're not, you know, they're all about their self-importance. We've seen this with many politicians. There's very few true politicians, let me tell you, who are bothered about the constituencies. They're bothered about their branding. You know, that's what they want. They want to get out there and sell things, be marketable, move into media, TV careers. You know, it's fascinating to think that we have an MP that got booted out of our own area and suddenly now pops up on a daily news channel as a TV presenter. That was really the goal. She used that to get that. You know, if you look at her trajectory, you'll just see what I mean. Fascinating with this though, because this particular picture, as we now know, cost thousands of pounds, 36 and apparently 15 for the frame. This is of the Speaker of the House of Commons, Sir Lindsay Hoyle. How vain is Lindsay, you know? And I don't know about you, but when you listen to him speak, he reminds me of the character out of Wallace and Gromit. I can't get away from that, you know? Does have the teeth if you look at it as well. But now he's had an idea. It's frightening. Let me explain. Nice to see you. Yes, now this picture, it's like the other one, isn't it? The one with Angela Rayner and the poor Deputy Prime Minister of Vietnam, who she bestowed that wonderful portrait of herself, you know. I mean, the poor man, what was he done to deserve that? Why should he have to, I mean, can you imagine? Must be a skip or something. You kind of think, why would you want it? But this, of course, is something that's offered to every Speaker of the House. But it didn't need to be that expensive. Oh no, Lindsay, the true socialist, loves to spend money. First class flights, champagne. I remember the previous Speaker of the House of Commons. He used to come into the Tesco's across the road from the Houses of Parliament on a nightly basis to stock up on the booze. Wonder where those receipts went. I'll leave that there. You get the picture. Now this apparently Lindsay feels might appease the British public because he believes that how about if he tours his own portrait up and down the country in schools and colleges and universities, and perhaps on occasions he could even visit to talk about the role. But if that wasn't really, you know, he's too busy, well, he could send a video and they could watch it. Truly. You know, really, why would anybody want to do this? Do you see what I mean? But this is the sort of people that we've now got in power. As Sir Keir Starmer famously said when he took power, the grown-ups are now in charge. You've got no idea. The thing is, this will just really alienate a lot of people, as one can imagine. And now moving forward, the bigger problem for Sir Lindsay Hoyle is really whether people will start to attack him in the House of Commons and ask about his expenses and his expenditure on ludicrous vanity projects like this. But of course, many won't because there's so many Labour MPs and they are also on the similar gravy train, like Rachel Reeves and Sabrina Carpenter. Couldn't sit with the poor people because of security, but as I pointed out, chums, did not make a donation to charity in lieu of getting those thousands of pounds worth of free tickets. Either way, would you want to go out and see this particular portrait of the Speaker of the House of Commons in your school, university or college? And some people might suggest maybe Just Stop Oil could be well used on these particular situations. They love a good portrait, don't they? Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.